Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya.
Sahanavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityo Ma Mrityungamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good evening. Wherever Swami had disappeared for 1 week, I'll be thinking I'd been to Gujarat to see some of our sectors and to see one of my brother monks who is ailing. Hope you're all doing fine. Very good. So please see page number 82. The last quote in the page. First of all comes the gift of food. Next is the gift of learning. And the highest of all is the gift of knowledge. First of all, it is the gift of food. A hungry man comes to me. So he needs help. But I want to give a lecture on philosophy to him. How that it would be? Will it satisfy his hunger? Is that the right way of helping the individual? Definitely not, right? So, first of all is the gift of food. If somebody is in need of food, you give that food. Somebody is in need of clothing, you give that. But today I satisfy his hunger. Again, he will come to me tomorrow. Again, he will ask me to give food. I may give for 1 more day, or 2 more days, or 3 more days. But that will not solve the problem. He will be constantly depending on me for his food. So, better than that, giving food is empowering the individual with education. By giving education, I help the individuals to stand on his or her own feet, right? వాళ్ళ కాళ్ళ మీద వాళ్ళు నిలబడేటట్టు చేయగలిగితే then you have truly helped the individual. He is not depending on you anymore. Right. The basic necessities of life are satisfied. Now the individual has got a job, is able to provide for himself. But that will not solve the problem of life as such. As I've already told you, there are 3 limitations to life: old age, disease, and death. Old age, disease, and death. Even the richest man in the world cannot go beyond these kinds of sufferings. They are intrinsic to life. ఎక్కడైతే లైఫ్ ఉందో ఈ 3 తప్పకుండా ఉంటాయి, ఈ 3 kinds of suffering. So only the people whose basic necessities of life are satisfied, then they will be able to think on these limitations of life. Is there a way to come out of these limitations? Namely, the suffering that comes to us through old age, the suffering that comes to us through disease, and the suffering of fear that comes to us through death. Everybody is afraid of death. The poor man is afraid of death, the rich man is afraid of death. An illiterate man is afraid of death, and educated man is also afraid of death. Across the spectrum. So if you want to come out of these limitations, then you need something else. This knowledge is not sufficient. The knowledge that we get from our schools and colleges. You need spiritual knowledge. What is spiritual knowledge? It teaches you your real nature. Then the question will arise in you, who am I? It should arise. So, but not now, because now you are here to learn English because you want to get a good job, you want to make some money, to settle in life, to make your family, and you need to support your family, you need to support your parents. You have certain responsibilities upon your shoulders. That is the immediate goal you have. But there are so many people in the world, they have satisfied that goal. They have made enough money. Now existential issues are bothering them. Emptiness, meaninglessness in life. ఇంతేనా జీవితం అంటే ఇంకేమన్నా ఉందా? They have everything under the sun, every comfort under the sun. Still they are not happy from within. Now the search begins. Who am I? Why am I here? What happens post-death? ఇక్కడికి పోతాను చచ్చిపోయినాక అసలు మరణం అంటే ఏంటి, దేనికి? Then the attention will turn inward. Who am I? Am I just the physical body or the mind, or is there something more to me? Then spiritual quest will begin. Vivekananda, Buddha, Shankara, all the great people, they were the people who had actually explored for answer, to get answers to these questions, and they solved the question, and they have given us the spiritual wisdom. That's what becomes scripture, because that is the real knowledge which helps us to come out of suffering forever, for good, because that helps you to come out of the cycle of life and death itself, which is called moksha or mukti, nirvana. I went to Gujarat. There's one place called where Krishna had given up his body. The name of the place is Mokshadam. Mokshadam. Right? Near Prabhas Patan, is so near Somnath. This is Mokshadam. In India only we know what is moksha, liberation, kaivalya, mukti, freedom, God realization. Okay, these words you get to hear only in this culture. In no other country, in no other culture. They don't even understand what is mukti, what is liberation, what is kaivalya, what is nirvana. So our sages have talked about it. We only, in this country alone, we could produce that exceptionally courageous, bold people who actually wanted nothing but ultimate truth. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanam aikshat avurtashakshu amrutatvam icchan అంటుంది ఉపనిషత్. కశ్చిత్ ధీరహ, ధీరమానవాన్ని ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేసాం మనం. ఎలాంటి ధీరులు అంటే ఆవృత చక్షు అమృతత్వం ఇచ్చన్, అమృతత్వాన్ని కోరుకుంటూ అంతర్ముఖులయ్యారు. Today we don't have concentration. For 10 minutes we cannot focus on one particular thing. But our forefathers, rishis, they meditated for years together. You read Srimad Bhagavatam, there comes the way Dhruva meditated. Small boy, Dhruva, he meditated with such intensity after taking mantra from Narada Rishi. Okay, first few days he took only little food. Then he lived only on little fruits. Then he lived only on leaves. Afterwards, he lived only on water for some days. Then afterwards, he lived only on air. Nothing he took. He starved himself to death literally. He was so focused on continuously that repetition of God's name. Right? He went on for months together. Such concentration he had achieved, such focus, the Lord had to appear before him. Of course, that's a different endeavor, that's a kind of different adventure. But you'll be forced and compelled to make that adventure, if not in this birth, in some other birth. So that's why Swami is saying the basic gift is food, clothing, and shelter. We have to help society according to the need of the people. You do. If a hungry man comes to you, don't teach philosophy. Vivekananda says, empty stomachs, they cannot receive philosophy. You give that food. We do annadana every day, 300 people, we food. I can't give a lecture on Bhagavad Gita to those people. Hey, come. Okay? It will not solve you the problem. Temporary solution. Okay, this food. Okay, he needs only food. He is hungry. That's all you give. We have a dispensary. The people are sick. They want medical help. We give that help. And Saturday, Sunday lectures we conduct here. They are the people mostly 40, 50, above 60, retired people. And now they have spent their life. Only for 10, 15 years more of life is left. Now they are seeking God. At least I must provide for my next birth. What will happen in my next birth? I have to acquire some punya, some merit. Let me hear something about God. Right? They come here, Saturday, Sunday lectures. To them, actually, we give philosophy. I preach Bhagavad Gita and our scriptures there. So, depending upon the need of the individual, you have to give. Then it's the right gift. The highest gift is, according to Vivekananda, knowledge, because it takes you beyond all suffering. Thus, the spiritual knowledge is the highest knowledge. You will seek it in course of time. Okay? If not today, some other day. The questions will arise in your mind. What is life? చాలా మంది అడుగుతున్నారు ఇప్పుడు పిల్లలు యంగ్ ఏజ్లోనే అడుగుతున్నారు జీవితం అంటే ఏమిటని ఫిలాసాఫికల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇప్పుడు అడుగుతున్నారు ఇంతకుముందు అడిగేవాళ్ళు కాదు ఎగ్జిస్టెన్షియల్ ఇష్యూస్ జీవితం అంటే ఇంతేనా బికాజ్ యూఆర్ సీయింగ్ సఫరింగ్ ఆల్ అరౌండ్ ఎందుకు సృష్టించిన దేవుడు ఈ ప్రపంచాన్ని ఏంటి కారణం ఏంటి ఆల్ దీస్ ఫిలాసాఫికల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ యంగ్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్ ద ఫస్ట్ టైమ్ ఇన్ హ్యూమన్ హిస్టరీ and they are seeking, but of course they are so preoccupied, busy with their academics and getting a job kind of stuff. That much of quality time they are not able to give to get answers. But the questions are there. You will get answers. Okay, have the question. Thank you. Have a nice evening.